Hello and welcome, Professor Karpenko. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you, dear Dr. Mavelia, for your invitation to this interview and for possibility to share my ideas, my insights in my research during my scientific research. I'm professor and I'm a teacher and I'm ecological feminist. I graduated from Kiev State University, named after Taras Shevchenko. Philosophical faculty was very important for me. After this, I spent most of my life in Kharkiv. I defended my candidate thesis in Kharkiv at Kharkiv Karazin University. And also I defended my doctoral dissertation also at this university. I would like to say a little bit about my scientific research topic. Since the second course of the faculty till today, it is connected with nature, ecological problems. I tried to add some new aspects. For example, at first I was interested in ecological responsibility. Later, I was interested, I became engaged into the sphere of ecofeminism in the context of ecological responsibility and ethics of care. And my doctoral dissertation was oriented to communicative ethics of German philosophers, Appel and Habermas. And now I try to combine my professional activity and my scientific, as a teacher, and my scientific research. And I was very happy from my childhood. My family was very philosophical always, so I had a lot of discussions on essence of life, of human predestination. I grew up in very beautiful nature, and I would like to help nature to survive and us to survive. It is why I am ecofeminist and I'm researcher in this field.
Oh, great. But what do you like most about working in philosophy?
Yes, thank you for this question. I'm happy in my profession. She includes double as a minimum double angles, double sides. The first as a teacher, and the second, or also first. Both of them are important to me. For me, I think that for me, in person, it is appropriate for balance between innovations and application in new aspects of research to audience, to share with students. I feel inspiration in audience of students. I believe them because they are honest. They always tell you what is good, what is not. And they are very critical and soft skills. They are very good, and I can share with them, and they can share with me their skills and capacities. I think that my research are necessary for my student and postgraduate students, and I feel my destiny in philosophy is very positive because I'm always with my student and with my scientific research.
But you're living in Kharkiv. And how is life in Kharkiv now? Your neighbor is a dictatorship and is making war against you. How is life in Kharkiv now?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Mavelia, that you ask about this, because especially right now, Sirena stopped, and before this Serena about finish of this attack, we had more than 12 airstrikes here in Kharkiv. And now I read information about people who were damaged. We tried to find the more safe space in this building at the university. We used to survive. We have got a new experience. I can compare when I am in Paderborn and when I am in Kharkiv. And now maybe sometimes I'm more comfortable, myself feel comfortability because I know what is here. Because when I am abroad, I think about a lot of people. I do not have exact information. Now I see my colleagues and I know that only there are no killed people. I didn't hear yet information, but I have got information at the same time. But in principle, our city, when I was going in the morning to university, I was very happy because very nice weather. It is spring. The streets are clean and beautiful. There are a lot of very nice locations which were dedicated to Easter. People tried to be beautiful and happy. They tried to ignore, very often tried to ignore Syrians. And I asked today some of my colleagues, they tried to go away. I asked why, but it's nothing. If it is my destiny, I will find this. Okay, but I would like to say, like our city, our people also, maybe we are wounded, but we are strong, because really we have got some psychological problem because it is stress, consistent stress. But we try to be together, and we are patriots of our city, of our country, and we believe that there is some symptoms maybe, or believe that there are people who will help Ukraine, who will consolidate international energy also to stop unjust war. Aggressor should be stopped. And this is a problem in Kharkiv. But at the same time, this is alive. This is real life. Restaurants work, people go to their universities, plants, and so on. There are several underground schools in Kharkiv. During the Easter day, I had a lot of voices, children voices, laughing, and very nice new experience for Kharkiv, because a lot of children are back. And also students, sometimes they are present at the university. We have got hybrid classes. This is also some expectation for future, some new experience to be back to auditorium, to classes, offline, and some students now here work at the university.
But let's just remind that Kharkiv is very close to the border, and it's at the front line, and you are very, very brave.
Yes, only 2 minutes it is necessary for rocket to reach Kharkiv. It means that we have not a chance if it is rocket strike. It means that it is only destiny. Is it your time or it is not your time? And people, even children, sometimes say that they want to be closer to mother because they want to be in the most difficult period together. It is the idea of consolidation, unity, and care of each other. It is ethics of care in practice. This is practical philosophy.
So you are head of the philosophy department and director of the Center for Gender Studies at the Kharkiv National Medical University. And just tell us, you mentioned already about hybrid classes, but how has your work changed over the last 3 years?
Thank you for this question. It is important for us. We need to say about positive and negative aspects. Sure, there are more negative tendencies which are problematic for us, but at the same time, we obtained a new experience. It means I would like to emphasize that our experience in online classes and lectures became stronger. Students are active, and we can, especially our subject, philosophy, could be delivered online. And we have got discussions, and topics are very relevant. At the same time, the number of students decreased because especially foreign students always were very important for us. We had more than 6,000 students.
Oh.
But as for our city, for Kharkiv, in Kharkiv, there were more than 25 universities. It is university cities, more than 25. A lot of my friends abroad were surprised that so many. During these 3 years, the number of universities decreased. Maybe half of universities survived. In the best situation, they are integrated. For example, 3, even 4 universities could be integrated into one. But it is also the way to survive during the war, because we needed to save our staff. But also this is a problem because the staff also decreased because the number of students decreased. For this period, it is okay because a lot of women scientists, teachers now are abroad with their children. Some of them will not be back. They plan to stay abroad in Germany, in Poland, and in other countries, but a lot of them will be back. It means that even today, yesterday especially, we were preparing for new stage of our work. Even our tasks as for foreign students also is topical, is relevant to these situations because our leaders, especially faculty of foreign students, are working now in this direction. And there are applications from foreign students, and they are waiting for period when we will be ready, when the peace will be, and they will be back. Even in Paderborn, I met my students last year, and it was in the place of Holf Park. I was surprised very much when I had teacher, hello. Yes, but I dream about situation when they will be here and we will communicate face to face.
as you mentioned, University of Paderborn now a couple of times, you are doing research on the environmental impact of the war in Ukraine, exactly at the Center for the History of Women Philosophers and Scientists, founded by Professor Ruth Hagen-Gruber at the University of Paderborn. Can you tell us something about the enormous damage, the ecocide that the Russian war of aggression is causing to the ecosystem in Ukraine? It's an ecocide.
Yes, thank you. This question also is very close to my heart. I respect Professor Ruth Hagen-Gruber very much. We are colleagues since 2022. Since 2014, we have agreement between our universities. And I also appreciate the president of the university, Professor Birgit Rehgraf. She was also very active when we have prepared our application for common project. I was really very happy when Professor Hagen-Gruber, the first day of war, invited me and my husband to Paderborn to continue research and to be more in safe space. And me and my children, daughter and grandchildren, we really went to Paderborn. And after this, I know the professional level. I was associated in previous years with a Center for Women's History of Women Philosophers and Scientists. They have huge legacy in this field, and I add my emphasis, some aspect to this center, because since 2014, I tell during the conferences, during the summer schools about ecofeminism, ecofeminist philosophers, ecofeminist scientists, not only philosophers. And it is the common topic and common direction for future development for center where I am head, a Center for Gender Studies in Kharkiv, and Center for History of Women Philosophers and Scientists in Paderborn. We have interconnections for many years. Scientists from Paderborn, from this center, visited our conferences, and we published articles in different and abstracts in different conferences in Ukraine and in Paderborn, in other cities in Germany. It means that it's okay, it's positive aspect of our tragical situation when our connections became stronger at the time of war. The first scientific event was organized in May 2022, only 2 months after, less than 2 months after the beginning of this war. And several scientists, not only philosophers, representatives of sociological science, sociology, biology, historians, came to Paderborn, and a lot of our colleagues were online. And we discussed our future, our present, how can we try to survive in this, to be active, to help our soldiers, and a lot of problems we discussed. It was conference on women's voices. from Ukraine, but it was from Ukrainian women who are abroad and Ukrainian women who were online. And it was the first step to our project, which was supported by rector of Paderborn University. Paderborn University at the beginning of 2023 applied to international program Maria Skłodowska-Curie Actions for Ukraine with a project Voices from Ukraine, Women Philosophers and Scientists Against Ecocide and War. Our project was successful, was supported, and I was among one of 125 scientists supported by this project. And we worked, we spent a huge conference, which was dedicated to this theme, this topic. Scientists from different fields of science, biologists, medical scientists, historians came to Paderborn again with strong ideas. It is very interesting, curiously, that most active were women scientists from cities in frontline, like Kharkiv, Odessa, Zaporizhzhia, Cherkasy. Less scientists were from Kiev, from Lviv, but they were more active, more inspired to do something were scientists from the front line in Ukraine. And we were supported by brilliant Ruth Hagengruber and our Ukrainian symbol of our literature, Zabushko, Oksana Zabushko. They together gave possibility for impulse from Ukrainians, from Germans to German people, because a lot of people, even ordinary people, came to this conference. They wanted to hear Zabushka, to hear about Ukraine. It was a real philosophical event with positive results for Ukraine and for Paderborn, I suppose.
Wonderful. But last August, you were at the World Congress of Philosophy in Rome, and you were talking about this research. And I remember you showed a picture of a woman removing mines from her field, and another picture of a very thin cow just looking like she was waiting for the food. Please tell us the story behind it.
Yeah, thank you for this very nice question. For me, these pictures are the symbol of ecofeminism. First of all, ecofeminist appeal to the world about Ukrainian tragedies. I appreciate that these pictures was taken by a Polish photo reporter, Andrzej Nowinski. He visited Ukraine and took these very nice photos, very special photos. At first, he also had the same task like we. We wanted to share information about Ukraine tragedy, about ecological tragedy in Ukraine, people tragedy. And he submitted these photos in Libération in France, in Paris. But very, very quickly, urgently, these pictures became very popular in different countries, in Great Britain, in Germany, in Kharkiv, in Ukraine. Also, these photos appeared a little bit later than in France. This person, women, Hanna Paszkiwska, 68 years old woman who traveled was displaced because of war from his native village in Kherson region to Cherkasy region, and he was transported, and he traveled from one village to another. Sometimes people helped her with machine, car, or helped her with a car, no cow.
With a cow, yeah.
He traveled. He didn't want to leave this space without a car. Oh, cow, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Her cow.
So she wanted to be always
together.
together.
And she was successful in this displacement process because she was assisted by other people. She spent 6 months with cow Dana. It is a very nice ancient Ukrainian name, Dana. It means she gives something positive, good, Dana. But after this, when Kherson became Ukrainian again, she returned to this place with her cow Dana, and they were surprised because village was destroyed. Ukrainian militaries helped her. They tried to delete mines from this field. And maybe one of these detector was left. They left these soldiers, left this for her to help her to survive, because yes, fields were mined, a lot of mines were in the field, and each day she tried to prepare new space for her car. In another picture, a cow Dana is waiting when this lady will prepare space for her. Because you told that she is very thin and she wants to eat, or I mean cow. Yes, she was waiting for her for Hannah,
food, yeah.
yes, for food, but she was waiting, and it's very, very nice picture, because for me, for example, this image of cow reminds me positive human face, which gives us positive signals for cooperation. This is a signal from nature to cooperate for surviving in this. And she also feeding milk, and it means that she is not waiting, only waiting. She tried to help us to survive together.
Great.
This is a real ecofeminist symbol. It is symbolic pictures. For
Great,
you
great.
remembering about these pictures.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, Kherson that was occupied and free again, so you could see what it means, peace under the Russian occupation. So let's talk about the vocabulary used in the debate about war and peace is full of misunderstandings, because people around the world use the same words and mean very different things. How do you see this?
Very difficult question, very topical question. You are right, absolutely. I thought about this problem also a lot of times. I can say about several aspects of this problem. First is I would like to say about mass media, about public opinion. It is some strange discourse when people didn't decide, people abroad, first of all, and sometimes even in Ukraine, they even didn't decide what is good, what is bad in this situation, because for a long time it was only conflict. A lot of people tried to say that it is ethnic conflict, and there is no correct understanding of this situation. For me, I think that this discourse very often dedicated to famous Russian writers. If Russian literature like Tolstoy, Dostoevsky is famous, Dostoevsky wrote about peace and war, we need to hear their opinion. They could explain us what is peace, what is war. Like leaders of Russia today try to teach all the world what is good and what is bad, and they are sure that their deeds are good. But I think that we need to find the correct criterion on this definition. What is good, what is bad, what is aggression, who is aggressor, who is a victim. This is the main problem of this misunderstanding. You told this is, you formulated this question in very, very positive, correct way. We need to find these definitions. I think that philosophers are also responsible for uncertain situation in this context. Uncertainty, it is not good. We leave the space for doubts, for chance to do not criticize, be polite to our aggressors. It is not good. It is something bad in the context of Russian literature. For example, Tolstoy, if you are beaten to one chin, you need to be beaten by the second one. You need to suffer, you need to wait. It is why I try to disclose the methodological aspects of two ecofeminists, famous ecofeminists, American philosopher Karen Warren. She described what is the logic of domination. Very strong. The winner opposition, which always dedicated to one side is suffering, the other one is hero. We need to overcome this binary opposition in the world. I agree with her. And the other idea of Australian philosopher and ecofeminist, Val Plumwood, she developed the theory of the logic of colonization. And very strong theory. I will not disclose because it will be theoretical congress, but here I would like to say only that she said that the first moment it is the radical exclusion. For example, what is main task of Russia? To exclude Ukraine, not to delete this identification from the map of the world. Exclusion. There is no Ukrainian language. There is only one, that Ukrainian language is only dialect of Russian language. It is wrong. It is manipulation with a real situation, historical situation. And we need also to say about this. Also, instrumentalism for Russia. We are also instrument when some features are incorporated to some subjects. Now, a lot of Rome features are incorporated to Ukraine, to Ukrainians. It is also the means of manipulation. And on the other hand, two different features, but in one case, they use one feature, the same Plumwood emphasized in different cultures, not only in Ukrainian, Russian, but this logic of colonization is the same. In one context, they wanted to claim that all Ukrainians are the same. In another, they are different, and we need to say about Western, Eastern Ukraine to push the conflict between two parts of Ukraine. This is philosophical manipulation. This is manipulation with truth and lie. I think that also at the time of our beautiful, very strong Congress in Rome last year, it was very necessary. It was maybe weak side. There were a lot of positive sides, a lot of. I was happy at that time. I had possibility to express a feminist approach to Ukrainian situation, and I was supported by my colleagues from different countries. Really, I had possibility to express my personal voice. But unfortunately, I couldn't express the Ukrainian voice of Ukrainian philosophical community because Ukrainian community didn't support, decided to not participate in this Congress as a community. Individuals can participate. They, in this case, individuals like me, we had possibility to express our modest voice in sake of our Ukraine. It's also positive that on the one hand, our country, our colleagues, our community, philosophical society didn't they agree that some people can attend, but society has its own politics and so on. And we had a possibility to be heard at the time of Congress in positive way, in constructive way. And I suppose that this tendency will be improved in future. And I think that it will be the best way for not only for Ukraine to survive in this situation, to win as we can win in this situation, even to a very, very difficult situation. But if we will have clear understanding of the purpose of this war, the huge damage which this war committed to nature, if we will recognize the ecocide in Ukraine, you see the new siren now. I see that we have got very interesting situation. I invite our colleagues to understand, to realize this situation. As for criminal court, international criminal court, and ratification of Rome Statute. Very interesting. In 2002, most of countries, including Russia, Ukraine, United States, and a lot of other, more than approximately 200 states signed this document, but less than after 1 year, United States decided to do not to sign this to cancel this sign, and didn't didn't participate in this court, criminal court, international criminal court. Later, in 2016, Russia also cancelled. They didn't suppose to ratify this statute, but even in this situation, when the criminal court, international criminal court, classified annexion of Crimea as a crime, international crime, they decided to cancel their signature. And since 2016, it means that Ukraine is in a very weak situation. But even in this situation, last year in September, our country ratified Rome Statute because we believe that on the basis of international criminal law, we can prove, we collect. There are a lot of representatives of Stop Ecocide Foundation also participate in this collection of evidence in Ukraine. And our colleagues, we try also, we collect everything. There are a lot of evidences about ecocide in Ukraine. And we think that in future, now there is a resolution about situation when in a time about inclusion ecocide as fifth criminal law. Because till now, even we do not have precise definition of ecocide, but in Ukrainian legislation, there is law, there is an article 441, which is dedicated to this problem. Ecocide, according to our legislation, ecocide is a mass destruction of flora and fauna, poisoning of natural resources such as air, water, resources, and soil, and committing other actions that can cause ecological disaster. Like disaster, the most expressive example of ecological disaster is Kakhovskaya Dam, which became a problem for Ukraine, and not only for Ukraine, because it is nature is a system, and the
destruction of the dam,
yes, destruction of this ecological system is not good for climate in not only in Europe but in the world. It is international, it is a world problem, and we tried to collect these facts and submit them, and believe that even if this ecocide will not be recognized as a fifth criminal, all our aspects could be interpreted in the context, or ecocide could be interpreted as it is crime, war crime, because when it was recognized that annexion of Crimea was war crime, it was Russia didn't like this conclusion, but it could be recognized that this is a wartime crime, crime of aggression. Yes, because the situation with Kakhovka Dam also is aggression, war aggression. There are a lot of logical and political and legal explanation of this situation. At the time of conference in 2023, American philosopher, analytical philosopher Cynthia Nelson did very, very convenient, very deep analysis of the situation of ecocide in Ukraine, and she published the book on this topic. There are a lot of criminal aspects in this situation, and I suppose that international community will consolidate our attempts and to prove that this is a crime.
Okay. Thank you for all these insights. 3 more questions, and then we can conclude. What are your plans for the future?
A very nice question. Thank you. Yeah, even in this situation when sirens sounds, I have plans for future. The first plan, main plan, is to prepare and to publish second edition of my monograph, Women and Nature, Ecofeminist Perspectives in Ukraine. During my communication with Ukrainian women's scientists, and not only women's, a lot of scientists supported to the idea to follow, to develop this idea of ecofeminist aspect, ecofeminist methodology, of ecocide, of ecological problem. In Ukraine, we will have this problem, unfortunately, and it means that this topic is topical. Question is topical.
Looking forward to it. Do you have a message for our users?
Thank you for this question. I felt this message from you. You are very emphatic person. Always you try to be polite, to tolerant, and express care of my situation. Thank you so much. And I think that, and I wish all people to be more, to express more empathy to all people, including to Ukrainians. In this context, I agree with Hannah Arendt. She told about the death of empathy. She emphasized that this is a way to barbarism. Today, we can understand. There is no empathy to Ukrainians. Prime President of United States once openly told that I don't want to think about Ukraine. I need to think of United States. It's not correct. There is no empathy, and I think that it is not way for survival for all world. If we will think only about our nation, about ourselves, we will not survive. We can survive only together.
Cooperation, great.
Thank you.
And if you had one wish, what would it be?
Yes, we celebrate Easter even today in Ukraine. It is 1 week, and today I wanted to wash off tape from my windows, from windows in my flat. We put these tabs, crossed tabs on our windows. At the first time of the beginning of war. And now I dream, it is 3 years later. Now I understand that it is only image of safety, but I couldn't wash off it, but I dreamed to wash off it, because I dream about peace.
Peace and light.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time and for all your work, what you're doing. And okay, that's so.
Thank you for so kind questions, for your empathy, for your choosing of these questions. Thank you.